Welcome to another episode of 5 for 5. I'm your host, Derek Brown, and we're with today's guest, Andy Friedenberg, Director of the Cinema Society of San Diego. Andy, thanks for taking a few minutes to join us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And we've got the reel here, so let's get through 5 of these questions. We might even throw in a 6th to make it interesting.
Okay.
So the first question that we have, finish the sentence, "My destiny has always been."
My destiny has always been to show movies. Showbiz is my life. Ever since I was in high school, I loved, ever since I was a kid, my parents would take me to the movies, and I fell in love with going out to see a movie with an audience in a theater with freshly popped popcorn and real butter. So that has always been the ultimate. And so when it came time to film clubs in junior high, I joined, and when it came time to showing films in high school and eventually outdoor films at college, I was the guy, which led me to working for film studios as a regional marketing director and now as director of the Cinema Society.
What's your personal and or professional philosophy?
My professional and personal philosophy is whatever I say I will do more. Because when I worked for film studios, I always felt that if I did more than what they told me to do, I could never be fired. And I always love to give people more than what they expect. And so that's kind of been my philosophy. Whatever I tell them I will do, not only do it, but do more. So they'll say, wow, I wasn't expecting this. At the Cinema Society, we are blessed by having prestige films that we show our discerning members who love cinema. And once we're able to show the film, then I sit and I think, how can I do more than just show that movie? What can I do to bring the sizzle to the evening? Because anybody can go to a movie. So we make movies events. That's what I've always believed, because to me, going to a movie as a kid, dressing up and going to a movie and sitting with an audience and sharing that experience cannot be duplicated at home. And so to go out and make it an event is how I grew up, and that's how I love seeing movies with an audience and giving that extra something that they'll say, wow, I never expected that. It was incredible.
What accomplishment are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of having the longest running film program in the history of the city of San Diego, California. This will be our 28th season of cinema. We sell out every season at 800 members, and I'm very proud of that. I have never been impeached. There's never been an overthrow. It's been me throughout the years, and it's very satisfying when I get Valentines from members saying, we'll be with you always. In fact, one member said, as long as I'm alive, I will be a Cinema Society member. I love it that much. So that makes me very, very happy that people are satisfied with the experience of going out and sharing a movie.
What's the ingredient to 28 years of success?
That's a good question, and I think the answer is that to me it's not a job, it's not a career, it's just me. It's part of my life, it's part of the fabric of my life. So I never look at it as, oh my God, I've got to do this today. I love every moment. I know it sounds weird, but I love every moment of what I do, and I don't look at it as a job or work, and when people subscribe, it's like a gift from God that I'm being paid to sit and see prestige films with a prestige audience. I lead people to film festivals around the world, and I love talking movies on television and radio, and I present film series at libraries and various other settings. So also, I love mixing cinema with food. And so I love going into restaurants and showing a film that has a key culinary, involvement, and then serve the food. That was in the movie, and I love that. So it's really given me a beautiful life. I get to travel all over the world. I get to see a lot of movies. I even get to see some really good movies. There are some very bad movies. And I get to share it with a lot of people.
Name the most creative outlet you have.
The films. The films are the most creative outlet I have because a filmmaker is a visionary, an artist. And when a filmmaker makes a movie, which is very difficult to do, very difficult, they have a point of view. And it is that point of view that inspires me to, number one, go after the opportunity to showcase the film, and number two, to expand upon it. And so depending on what the subject matter is or the point of view of the filmmaker, I think you have to honor where they were coming from in creating it, respect them, and then use that as a creative influence on how you are going to position the evening.
You have film in your DNA. and I think enthusiasts are different from people that naturally have movies integrated into who they are and are passionate about it like you are. I'm fond of it because I am one. Now, I'm probably not as schooled as you are on things, but I know when I started to fall in love with films, I can remember 2 or 3 films that just ignite something within you. Tell me about 2 or 3 films that even to this day just ignite something in you. You're in love with them.
I know it sounds, well, okay, I know it sounds weird, but Goldfinger was a film that I just went as a kid, wow, I just couldn't believe how cool that movie was as a kid. But before that, movies used to be what's called road showed. They would show up in 1,000-seat auditoriums. You would go to the box office weeks or months earlier, like you were buying a ticket to a concert or a sporting event, and you would get reserved seats, and it was an event. Mm-hmm. And so, films like Dr. Zhivago, all the David Lean films, for example, those were spectacles. And that's what I remember, that going to a movie was a special event.
Our thanks to Andy Friedenberg, director of the Cinema Society of San Diego. We appreciate his time and enjoyed learning about his quest to bring the experience back to films. Learn more about the Cinema Society at cinemasociety.com. For more episodes of 5 for 5, find us online at 5for5.tv.